Pressure testing gas lines for leaks determines who reconnects the system after inspection and avoids dangerous misunderstandings between the gas provider and the installer. Pressure testing must follow the code and manufacturer requirements for both natural gas and liquefied petroleum propane, so first confirm the required test pressure, test duration, and acceptable pressure decay limits for your jurisdiction and pipe material. Use a calibrated digital manometer and a deadweight tester or nitrogen cylinder with a two-stage regulator for accuracy. Never compressed shop air. Isolate the section to be tested with test plugs rated for the system. Apply non-corrosive test soap or an electronic leak detector at all joints during the test, and log time-stamped pressure readings every 5 minutes for the entire test length, so you have defensible records if the utility disputes results. If you build a temporary test manifold, use hard piping or rated flex hose with mechanical fittings that match the system pressure class. Install a certified pressure relief if overpressurization is possible, and ensure the test manifold connection point is upstream of the final shutoff when required by code. After a successful test, purge with inert gas or follow the mandated purge procedure. Calculate purge volumes from pipe internal volume and flow rate, vent to a safe location downwind, and use a combustion gas monitor at the worksite during purge. For the reconnection step, photograph and label all connection points and create a handover checklist specifying who performs the final connection, who supplies fittings, and who signs the customer acceptance form. Retain those records for insurance and utility audit purposes. If a leak is found, isolate, repair with approved fittings or welded joints per code. Pressure test the repaired section again, and never attempt a quick temporary repair that is not documented and pressure tested. Train crews on local utility rules about meter or regulator connections, maintain traceable calibration for pressure instruments, and coordinate a scheduled final inspection window with the utility to avoid unnecessary downtime. One of the most common mistakes is confusion over responsibility for the connection between the meter or propane regulator and the system manifold, which creates delays and liability issues. Fix this by obtaining the utility or propane supplier's written policy beforehand and including it in the contract so the installer knows whether to leave a capped test nipple or complete the final connector. One of the next frequent problems is using improper test media or pressure equipment that gives false passes on leak tests. Prevent this by specifying nitrogen or dry inert gas at the exact code specified pressure, using a calibrated digital manometer, and keeping a signed calibration sticker on instruments. One of the other recurring issues is poor documentation and absence of a clear handoff after testing, which leads to disputes and unsafe reconnections. Solve it with a standardized handover form that lists who provided the connector, who performed the final connection, serial numbers of fittings if applicable, time-stamped pressure logs, and customer and utility signatures. BigHomeProjects.com lists trusted contractors and local gas service providers so homeowners can quickly find who typically performs final meter or regulator reconnections in their area. The directory helps contractors get work by matching their services, qualifications, and reviews with homeowners searching for gas line testing, leak detection, and reconnection services.